period of Greek colonization.
In 8th century, when literally was fixed this myth of Argonauts or the Golden.fleece country, it was the Colchis where it stopped. The traveling of this myth stopped in Colchis, and after this I think Colchis is this country rich in gold. The El Dorado of the ancient Greeks.
Fantastic.
And it's actually rich in gold.
And it is rich.
It actually was rich in gold.
Rich in gold, yeah. Wow.
Who were Argonauts? They are a good, well-organized band of robbers.
A band of robbers? A simple act of piracy? Could that be the truth behind Jason's quest?
Quite a nice town, isn't it?
A Roman writer says that in his day the descendants of King Aeetes still ruled here and mined gold in Sfani, today's Svaneti.
Richard, right, I'm Michael. Very nice to meet you.
Svaneti is a wild valley up in the Caucasus. Only days before we arrived it was still closed to outsiders, and we could only go there with the protection of local families.
So we've been given a few rules. Don't look at the men for too long in the eye. We're taken as a threat. Don't look at the women at all, and never show fear.
Heracles no doubt said the same thing to Jason.
This is a place where, in my opinion, Argonauts turned to that side, because that time the roads were going in a different way, not like today. And this was the main caravan road.
This was?
Which would go to Mestia and everywhere.
Across the Caucasus?
Across the Caucasus.
Wow.
Up here, the Greek writer Strabo offers another explanation of the legend. He says they panned for gold using fleeces.
You create a kind of wooden box, you put the branches in at the bottom, and when you put the fleece in and pin it down, you put the whole thing into the water, so the water rushes through it like a little sluice.
This is the gold, like top quality. We call it bajarlo. Dinaridana. It's from this river, yes.
Another little clue to add to the myth, isn't it? Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Vodka.
Not yet. Oh, not yet. Bit early in the day for that. What's brought the soldiers up here?
It's internal troops of the internal ministry. It's basically police. For the moment they came to guard you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, there was potential trouble on the road yesterday. Potential trouble here can rapidly turn to AK-47s being fired. And several centuries of blood feud. It's best to send the police in. Hello. Hi guys. Hello.
Here in Svaneti, you can still get a sense of the Colchis portrayed by the Greek and Roman writers.
It's just fantastic, isn't it?
These towers have been built since ancient times for defence against their own neighbours, against blood feuds carried on for generations. To the ancient Greeks, this was the very image of the barbarian. In a society like that, loyalty to the clan is paramount. Hospitality is a sacred duty, but also a way of showing your power and your influence. Women are zealously guarded, the men rule, and daughters must obey their fathers absolutely, especially in matters of marriage. Svaneti is so isolated that although they're Christian up here, songs and beliefs still survive from the pagan past. Songs like this, an ancient hymn in praise of the sun god, sort of thing Jason might have heard. That night, the Argonauts were invited by King Aeetes to a banquet. As the drink flowed, Jason calmly asked the king for the fleece.
Thank you.
The king reacted with murderous fury.
Yes.
But remember, the success of Jason's mission will depend on the goddess of love. Now the whole story changes in tone. In fact, it becomes a different story. It becomes almost a Greek clash with the other, a clash of cultures. And a new character appears in the story who will take the story over. A character who will turn out to be one of the greatest characters in all of myth and literature, the daughter of the king of Colchis, Medea.
Now an oracle had foretold that if King Aeetes were to lose the fleece, he should forfeit his throne. He wanted to kill Jason then and there, but he could not break the law of hospitality. So he too set Jason a task that none but the gods could hope to fulfill. In my meadow, I have 2 fire-breathing bulls, he said. Yoke them. Plough the field, sow it with dragon's teeth, and then defeat the army that will spring from the ground. Do this, and I'll give you the fleece. The king thought the tasks impossible, but Aphrodite, the goddess of love, had done her sweet work. She made the king's daughter, Medea, fall in love with Jason. That night, Medea visited him and gave him a magic ointment that made him impervious to the fire of the bulls and the swords of the earth-born men. In return, Jason promised to be her husband and to take her back to Greece.
As with all great myths, there are many strands to this tale and many meanings. The last stage of our journey here in Georgia was to find the fleece itself. Up in the remote region of Pashavi, you can still visit the sacred grove. Here they still sacrifice the ram and show the fleece, and you can still meet Medea's descendants, the women oracles. They're Christians today, but they did these things in the age of heroes. And after the sacrifice, they eat the flesh and drink to life.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.